Most people assume that having no friends means something is wrong with you, that you're antisocial, emotionally cold, or somehow failing at life. But psychology says something very different. In many cases, people with no friends aren't broken. Their minds simply work differently. And once you understand how, the loneliness starts to make sense. They have higher standards for connection. People with no friends are rarely avoiding relationships. They're avoiding empty ones. Psychology shows that people with deeper thinking patterns prioritize quality over quantity. They don't enjoy small talk, forced bonding, or friendships built on convenience instead of meaning. So when social interaction feels shallow, draining, or fake, they don't force it. They choose solitude over pretending. Not because they don't want connection, but because they want something real. Their brain gets socially drained faster. Some people are wired with a more sensitive nervous system. Psychology calls this high social sensitivity. For these individuals, social interaction burns more mental energy. Their brain processes tone, emotion, body language, and meaning more deeply. So after socializing, they don't feel energized. They feel depleted. This doesn't mean they dislike people. It simply means their brain needs more recovery time. And in a world that rewards constant interaction, this often gets misunderstood as distance or disinterest. They are more self-sufficient than average. Many people without friends don't rely heavily on social validation. Psychology refers to this as low social dependency. They can think independently, solve problems alone, entertain themselves, sit comfortably with their own thoughts. Instead of needing a crowd to feel complete, they build an internal world. And surprisingly, many of them are calmer and more grounded than people constantly surrounded by others. They don't need noise to feel alive. Past experiences made them selective. People with no friends often share one thing in common. Their trust was broken at some point. It could be betrayal, emotional neglect, being misunderstood for years, or growing up around the wrong people. Psychology shows that once trust is damaged, the brain becomes protective. Not closed, selective. They don't give access easily. They observe first. They think twice. This doesn't mean they can't form friendships. It means they won't give their time, energy, or vulnerability to just anyone. They have a deeper inner world. People who spend long periods alone often develop something rare: a rich inner world. Psychologists associate long-term solitude with strong imagination, heightened intuition, deep self-awareness, emotional depth. They think more, they notice more, they reflect more. And because of that depth, many normal social environments feel unrelatable or superficial. It's not arrogance, it's mismatch. Why loneliness changes them. Here's something most people don't realize. Long-term loneliness actually changes how the brain works. The brain begins to associate connection with disappointment. It becomes hyper-aware of rejection. It scans for subtle signs of disinterest. So people without friends often appear quiet, cautious, or distant. Not because they don't care, but because their mind learned to protect itself. They withdraw before they're abandoned. That's not weakness. That's adaptation. The misunderstood truth. People with no friends are often labeled cold, weird, aloof. But if you listen closely, you'll find something else. Sensitivity, depth, awareness. They don't want many connections. They want one real one. And because they haven't found it yet, they walk alone for a while. Final thought. So if you have no friends or very few, understand this. It doesn't automatically mean something is wrong with you. It might mean you think deeper, you feel more, you recharge differently, you value authenticity, you learn to protect your energy. And sometimes the strongest minds spend seasons alone, not because they're unwanted, but because they're waiting for alignment. If you want more psychology videos that explain your personality in ways school never taught you, subscribe now, because the next video might reveal something about yourself you've never realized.